What's up, Smashers? It's another awesome day. You know what it is. It's Smash Day. It's Tuesday. So we just, yeah, see? Wave, right? He's talking about how awesome he chucked that ball. If you just want to check it out, but he landed that from the other side of the gym and it's stuck. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. That's some skills. So we're going to talk about ankle mobility. The ankle, I'm going to sit here on this med ball for a second. The ankle is probably the most neglected joint, if not the second most neglected joint, let's say that, next to the wrist, because in terms of performance and functionality and stability and strength and ability to deliver raw power into whatever you're doing. And it's the base, and it's super under, it's undertreated. And the problem with that is that the ankle has 26 bones. It has to adapt to the terrain on everything you do, and all those 26 bones need to figure out what they're doing in a millisecond, and they do it faster than you can think, so we rely on motor patterning to do that. And the problem is if there's a restriction in the movement, what ends up happening is our motor patterning alters to work around that restriction. We get things like navicular fault, we get knee pain, we get low back issues, we get all these problems based on the fact that our ankle mobility sucks. So without getting too complicated and naming off a bunch of bones of the foot for absolutely no reason whatsoever, I'm going to show you two tests to see if your ankles actually have any mobility and where the mobility restriction is. I'm going to show you all kinds of cool stuff to fix three things: mobility, static stability, and then dynamic stability. And then we'll throw in a fourth one, and that's the performance aspect of it, the motor control. So the motor patterning needs to be corrected, because if you have a bum motor pattern, a really bad motor pattern between basically that computer and that body, and your motor pattern is working around a restriction, and you clear out the restriction, that motor pattern's still there. And the dilemma with that is, and I'm looking for a place to put this, and that motor pattern is still there, except the problem is the restriction's not there and the problem's not there. So now you have this motor pattern that causes you to work around something that doesn't even exist anymore, and it causes the fault again. So you get this ugly self-propagating cycle. So I'm going to show you two cool tests. Check this out. So we're going to, let's see if I'll put it right here so you can see what the shiz I'm doing. Listen, I'm still here. Okay? You're going to see my feet for a second. So we're going to take the foot. You're basically taking the foot. What you want to be able to do is, I'm going to lay back as far as I can. You should be able to pull your foot all the way away and slide the other one underneath. So same thing here. I should be able to pull it away and slide this one underneath. If you don't have this dorsiflexion, you've got a dorsiflexion restriction. So it's not easy. So I'll go like this so you can see what I'm doing again, and you get all of me. But what I'm doing is basically, I'm going to go like this. Normally I would lay down because it doesn't load the hamstrings as much as I am right now. But all you're going to do is you're going to take your foot, dorsiflex. So if I can fit my foot in behind there, you get thumbs up from the SmashweRx guy. So you want to check both, right? We got two ankles, and you should be able to get underneath. If you have limited dorsiflexion, you have two things that could be happening. One, calf is probably really tight. Gastroc, soleus, plantaris, all that stuff is like a piece of like shoe leather. And the other part is the talus gets all jammed up in here, and I'm going to show you to clear that out as well. Two super funky things we're going to get rid of. That's number one. Number two is, check this. This one's so friggin' awesome. Let's see if I can do this and actually capture all of me. You do while you're kneeling. So you're gonna bring your foot. Almost. Mad camera skills. Skills that kills. All right, we got Eminem playing in the background so I can fly. So you're just gonna take your foot and you're gonna go a hand width from the wall. You should be able to go, so watch my heel. You should be able to take your knee and drive it. I'm going to bring it all the way up a little bit. So hand width away. You should be able to take your knee and bring it all the way here without your ankle coming up like, or your heel coming up like that. So I want to come like this. So I have a little bit of a restriction in my calf, so I can see that my ankle wants to, or my heel wants to come up just a little bit. So I have a tiny little restriction. So we want to be able to bring this all the way in. So all the way back, all the way in. Two simple tests, super easy. That'll tell you again if the calf, gastroc, soleus, plantaris are all funky and all grizzly. The other thing it's going to do is it's going to hijack your knee motion, because your knee is going to collapse in, your foot's going to roll in when you do your squat. So your squat is going to end up doing this. So when you squat, you look like you're trying to take a poop. Not a good way to squat. You should be able to torque your feet out and create an arch right in here and really drive those knees out as far as you can. So now time to clear that out. I'm going to clear out the hip, and then we're going to clear out the bottom of the foot. we're gonna take care of this talus problem, and we're gonna clear out the tibialis anterior and the gastroc. We're gonna do a ton of stuff today. It's like a super loaded ankle mobility day. So watch this. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna use the, yeah, I know what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the GHD. So we're gonna take this, cinch up a band. I don't care if it's on a rig, a bedpost, car tire, something heavy. And all you're gonna do, there's two things that are gonna happen. I want you to get your foot in here. So you're gonna load up. So this band, so let me get this way so you can see. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna be like this. The band is pulling backwards, okay? I want this right around the seam, right around that crease where that talus is. Remember, that talus has to tuck back to allow for the tibia and the fibula to accommodate that talus, that dome, to rock back and forth so you can dorsiflex and plantar flex the foot. So you wanna just load it up. So you're gonna hunt around and scour around until you feel that. And you'll feel it like right there. It just kind of went I got a little click. So that means I recovered a lot of that ankle dorsiflexion just by hunting around. You want to add weight to this? Chuck a sandbag over your foot. That's number one. Okay. Number two, yeah, you knew this was coming, is we're going to hit that tibialis anterior. But first, I'm going to show you a stretch. So you're basically going to take your feet, you're going to tuck them underneath you just like this. Don't smoke your dome on the GHD behind you, and you're just gonna raise up. It's gonna stretch the tibialis anterior. And you just hang out like this for 2 minutes, right? We got the MO for this, right? Modus operandi is what MO stands for. 2 minutes, all right? That's number two. Number three is, let's peel this stuff away. And so far we've done just some testing and now some smashing out, some peeling away of the tissue. We've got some pretty fun stuff ahead of us. You're gonna take, this is a hard piece of 5-inch PVC, by the way. I'm not gonna say kind of, it's a bald-faced lie. It doesn't kind of suck, it massively sucks. And you're just gonna saw back and forth and grind all the way down that tibialis anterior and just peel out away. Oh, this is awful. Just kind of clean that up all the way down to the bottom of the ankle, stay off the bone. You can't make your shin soft, all right? That's number what, 3, 4? Last one is you're gonna take your foot, you're gonna put it all the way over that piece of PVC. I want you to cross your leg all the way over. This one's easy. And you're just gonna do some circles, grind away, hunt around. So this is where it gets a little, people make mistakes. They just stay in one spot. Turn your foot out. Peel away that soleus around off the outside of that gastroc. And get all the way down. Again, grind away. Turn your foot in, same thing. Grind away. Sorry about the dirty socks. I'm on some stall mat floor in a CrossFit gym, so white socks turn into gray socks really quick. So that's how you peel away that calf and that gastroc, basically, in that whole complex. Last one is the bottom of the foot. Let's see if I can find it here. Last one's really important. You have all this fascia on the bottom of the foot. This is the stuff that gets missed. So you're gonna take this, get your foot onto that, so you can see I have a lacrosse ball. Don't use a tennis ball, use a lacrosse ball. Get your foot on it, flare out the toes. Oh, that's just horrible. That is diabolical. Flare out the toes, and then just mash away. Grind away all over that fascia, clean up the bottom of that foot, and you'll find a lot of your ankle mobility goes right out the window. Now, there's 2 more things I'm gonna have you do. I know there's a ton of stuff in this video, but this is like the ultimate information video. We're gonna do dynamic stability drills, and we're just gonna do 2. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a med ball, okay? Grab a wall ball. This one's only a 14, so it's super light. I want you to get on one foot. You're just gonna throw it at the wall and pick it up, but you're gonna do it all on one foot. So take the wall ball. I'm gonna stop looking at the camera so I don't eat it. You're gonna get on one foot, just toss it. 10 of those, and then you're gonna do the same thing overhead. Get on one foot, 10 of those. Here's where the fun part starts. You're gonna take it in front of you, get on one foot, and then all you're gonna do is stability. The last one is, grab your band. This is the important part. Grab your band, Put it around you like a belt. So I've got the band. You're gonna take the band, you're gonna wrap it around. I know, mad camera skills. All you're looking at is, whoop. There we go. So the band is gonna drag the knees backwards, but we wanna mobilize in the position we wanna get in, right? So no, I'm not hanging out like this on purpose. You wanna drop into the bottom. The band is gonna peel these knees apart. Feet is the only time I'll say toes have to be forward. If you gotta squat with them out a little bit, that's totally fine, but right now they have to be forward. Get your hand between there, hang out for how long? 5 minutes, baby, and that's it. Get those ankles working the way they're supposed to, clean up those hips, and boom, everything you do will be better. I promise you that. Your life gets better. I mean, Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving is coming. It's all good. Hey, I'm Trev, SmashweRx, Ankle Mobility. Check you guys out tomorrow.